That's how we sit down, right?
Alrighty.
You know, we stand up.
Ahí estamos.
Oh, Lord. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Top Tape Golf Podcast, episode 12. How we doing? How we feeling?
What's up? Yeah, we're doing good, man.
Yeah,
Like they say, quiet on the set. Nah, how's everybody doing? FadezbyJose.
yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in, guys.
Yeah.
12 episodes in, man. I'm excited for this one, man. We're gonna get a little bit of conversation going about summer times. Our childhood memories, what we watched, what we ate, what we drank as a child.
Yeah.
So you want to take it off from here?
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess coming into the summer, bro, what is it that was going through our mind as young kids or, just teenagers? Like, there was times where we were left alone or we're either with an older adult, that one older cousin or that grandma that took care of us. What was going through our mind, man?
Man, we were just getting passed around like a basketball, man. Babysitter. My aunt one day, my grandma next day, another aunt the next day, and that's pretty much how it was. And I think those times have changed for sure, man. But one thing that stayed consistent with whoever was taking care of us or when we were left alone is the struggle meals, man.
Yo, the struggle meals,
The
man.
struggle meals,
Yeah.
man. So go ahead.
Which one's your most favorable one when it comes to struggle meals? I know mine was huevo con weenie. That
Huevo
one's
con
pretty.
weenie,
Hey,
yeah.
that one with a little bit of ketchup or a little bit of hot sauce. Hey, man, you do some damage
Or
there.
get the tortillas, some migas, chop the tortillas,
Yeah.
make some huevo con some migas.
Yeah.
And another one too, that's one of the popular ones, and I know a lot of people have talked about this one, is the maruchan,
Yeah.
and
La
throw some
ramen.
weenies in
La
there.
ramen.
Yeah, that. You can't forget
Digo,
about the spam con
everyone-
huevo,
Yeah.
the hamburger helper,
The hamburger helper.
any little thing, man. But we always indulged. I mean,
Yeah, there was always
yeah.
meals. The good thing was that there was always meals on the
There's
table.
always food for
Yeah.
sure. Did you ever stand in line to get food or back in
Yeah.
the days?
Yeah, there was-
Tell me your story about your experiences.
Bro, I remember there was one time whenever I think it was like in the summer, like whenever Katrina had hit.
Yeah.
Bro, we were out there and we were just waiting, holding on to like water bottles because I think right away when you get there they give you like water bottles or like a crate, and then they just start putting food in there like bread, milk, just different stuff, man. It was kind of a handful. I think when I was like 5 years old carrying stuff like that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Made some muscle. But it was fun. It was fun.
I remember on Wednesdays we'd wake up early, we'd go stand in line at the church. They'll give loaf of bread and a little bit of food for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they call them struggle meals. And
Yeah.
fortunately now, we're blessed. We're grateful that we have a lot of food on the table, and we don't go hungry. And I know that in other parts of the world, there's a lot of families and kids that don't have food and won't eat for days. And once again, like I said, here I don't want to rub people the wrong way either, saying that the struggle meals here aren't a blessing. Like I said, we're grateful we have food. But yeah, I remember the little struggle meals growing up, man. Waiting in the line, getting the loaf of bread, los huevos, las tortillas, los frijoles, all that good stuff, man.
Man, yeah, you gotta embrace that struggle, man. It's part of who you are now, man.
It does definitely, humble us a little bit too. Going back into those things.
Yeah.
What about beverages? Any ideas with that? I have a few.
Oh, absolutely, man. There was times where I would go to La Food Town. It was like buy two for $10, a Capri Sun or those Kool-Aid. The ones where you bite the top off.
Yeah. Did you ever go to a restaurant or anywhere and get a glass of water and ask for some limones and some sugar from the table?
There was
and make a little, home style lemonade.
I would experiment, with that too.
I did that a few times. So yeah, man, I remember those times. And what do you consider a struggle meal? The 5-5-5 deal back in the day with the Little Caesars.
Absolutely, yeah. 5-5-5.
They'll feed the whole family for $5.
Yeah.
I remember a little bit of those times too. Yeah.
There's times whenever I would go with my dad to work and we would buy $5 pizza.
$5. Yeah. Man, you know what too? We'll wait for the specials when they'll do el pollo asado. You get a full pollo and a half for about $12.
$12.
Yeah, so that's pretty cheap back in the day too. I mean, that would feed us for the next 3 days sometimes. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah.
Sheesh. Sheesh.
And dude, I mean, just going back to talk about those things, dude. I mean, growing up, whatever was in the fridge and on the table, man, we couldn't complain. We just ate about it. Like my grandma would say, hey, if you don't want to eat, que coma caca. She would tell me that for sure, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, we can't be beggars, man. We just gotta be grateful. Yeah.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
What about summer times at home with the shows or your activities?
I had like a little schedule, man. I had like a little schedule, like so. I would wake up, and as soon as I would wake up, bro, I'd turn on the TV. Of course, I would brush my teeth and get to it, but basically, I would wake up, turn on the TV, and heat up a Maruchan, and then come back and sit down and watch. If it wasn't Everybody Hates Chris, it was Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer.
Yeah, or was it Maury?
They had it from 9 a.m. over to 1, 2 p.m.
Yeah, and then que no falta el commercial del Efforts. So you sit down.
Isn't that when they used to have a WB 39? I think that was one of the network, something like that. Yeah, I remember that.
CW 39,
yeah, something like WB or CW. Yeah, one of those.
Something like that. Yeah.
Comment down below to remind us, man. If, don't quote us on that, but some of the childhood, cartoon movies or cartoons that it was too. Yeah. And too, man, I remember we'd go to my cousin's house and we'd always have the same routine. Get there in the morning, eat breakfast. The breakfast consisted of huevo con papas one day. Next day, huevo con frijoles. Next day, huevo con chorizo. Next day, huevo con hormigas, huevo con, tortillas. Every day was huevo with something. Same thing going back to the struggle foods. What was lunch? Maruchas con weenie.
Yeah.
Or a sandwich, or whatever it was.
Sandwiches though, whenever you get out of the pool or whatever on the hot day.
They hit the spot,
man.
Absolutely.
A little extra mayonnaise, vámonos. Doritos, que no falten.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, and then I think in between, first half between, morning and lunch, we put the same movie like every single day or every other day. And there was always a VHS. One of our favorites growing up, and any of my cousins or my sisters were watching, any family members.
Yeah.
The Fast and Furious when it first came out, man. In the early 2000s, the VHS one.
Yeah.
We watched the movie every single day, the whole summer. The same movie, Fast and Furious, and that's my favorite, man. And up to this day, dude. It came out a couple weeks ago, man. And there I am watching the movie Fast and Furious.
Family.
Yeah, family. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. So yeah, absolutely. And then
almost had me.
You never had me. You never had your car.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So yeah,
bro, that's crazy.
Summertime, I'm telling you, man. I'm just getting chills. Thinking about the childhood summers, man. What about you, man? What do you and your brothers do in the afternoons after lunch in the summer?
So actually, you just brought up a good point. So my cousin Victor, he used to always come over to the summer, him and his brother, and basically we would just chill, bro. Just have a good time. In the back there was a porch. We used to have this TV, set up a PlayStation, play PlayStation, and then after that we would go to practice. But basically we would just play video games the whole time. Play what's it, WWE, Black Ops, Modern Warfare, bro. That's all we would do, just play video games, and then if not, cut the yard, and then whenever we're done cutting the yard, play basketball, bro. It was a good time to be alive, man. No stress.
When you mentioned WWE right now, dude, and man, that's when I was bigger in the WWE back then with the Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Rock era, those things when John Cena first started coming out in the mix. We used to do that every time after lunch. We'd go to they had like a little back room that my aunt and uncle added to the house, and we'd be all up in there, man. It was like 8 of us in there just wrestling we'd have the mattress down there trying to do all these WWE moves, the stunner, all this and that, whatever. Yeah, man. That's how we do it every single day after lunch.
Bro, always a little wrestling match. I remember we had a moonwalk and we would inflate it and just start wrestling like team. What is it called? Tag team and
teaming and everything.
Bro, me and my brother against him and his brother. If not, we'll switch. We'll have fun the whole day.
With the steel chairs and tables too, right?
Con todo. There was no referee.
Would you ever imitate the steel chair using a pillow though?
Yeah.
We do that all the time, dude.
Bro, what's crazy is that it wasn't over until somebody started crying.
Yeah,
Everyone started crying.
Hey, no blood, no foul. No blood, no foul.
We started running.
Yes, sir. I remember that,
Bro.
Man. And I mean, outside two activities were we used to ride the bike a lot and play soccer, man. And we kind of limited the baseball part because I do remember we didn't have a baseball one time, so we used to stick in a rock. And for whatever reason, my cousin threw the rock and I hit it with the stick, and unfortunately, I made contact. Unfortunately, the contact went into the window and I broke the window, dude.
A house window or a car window?
Yeah, it was a house window. Yeah.
It was better if it was a car window, to be honest.
Yeah, so that's what happened one time. And another time too, I remember we got in trouble, dude. We were outside. It was me and my three cousins, man. 'Cause it was us four of us at kind of same age range. We go outside. We had a few bikes. They're all beat up, man.
Yeah.
We went to the back, found a shovel, dude. Made a bunch of holes, man, and made like a little like ramp to take the bike off. And dude, my uncle will get home and he'll get super mad because we'll leave holes all over in the side yard and backyard, dude.
Yeah.
But man, we're having the time of our lives just riding that bike, riding over the ramp, thinking we're some big BMX professionals, man. But little you know, the ramp was only 1.5 feet tall. So yeah, those were good times with no worries, and lots of fun as kids, man.
Oh man, that was just us being kids, man, traviesos.
Yeah, for sure, man. And nowadays, you see all these kids with these iPads and these phones, and we didn't have none of that growing up, dude. So yeah, maybe a little bit of fun, a little bit of sun outside. Definitely do these kids,
a little justice.
Good, and reminiscing on the good times for sure, man.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. But speaking of the summertime, I remember too, as I grew up too, I got more into like sports because I was always a sports fan.
Yeah.
Baseball for sure, but I started getting into basketball too. Whenever the Shaq and Kobe era in the early 2000s and the Spurs started winning. The reason I bring it up, man, is because the Spurs, just went to the final the other week, and we saw the NBA Finals kicked off, dude. And are you keeping up with the NBA Finals in the summer?
I'm trying. I'm keeping up with the definitely the scores, but. Man, what a good matchup, OKC. You see OKC going against the Spurs, man. That was like tough. Yeah. It went down to the wire.
Were you happy OKC lost?
Man, I was a big OKC fan, man.
Really?
Growing up, whenever they had Durant and Westbrook and Harden. Yeah. So I kind of wanted them to win, but at the same time, I was like, man, I got to stay true to the roots of Texas. So,
what would you say Rockets fans would feel about them when you're rooting the Spurs?
Man, I don't know.
You know how some Rockets fans it's only a Rockets. You got to root against the Mavs. You got to root against the Spurs. Yeah, but go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. It's a Texas team, man. We can't be haters. We gotta respect the.
Honestly, dude, I was actually very happy when the Spurs won. Wemby has been growing on me season by season. Like I said, he's still very young, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
But just whenever I see him play, dude, just the grit, the intensity he plays with, dude, and it reminds me of some of the old school basketball we used to have back then, dude. Where has that fire gone, dude? I mean, all these new athletes, new basketball players, dude, they're more skilled, more athletic, faster, stronger, dude. But I think one thing that's missing in the sports nowadays is the mindset, the intensity, the aggression, dude.
The aggression,
Tell me your thoughts about that, about Wemby.
Dude, he's playing hard. He's playing intensity, man. Definitely, I feel like he's bringing the fire for sure. You don't really see people his height, and you really don't see.
Dude, I think he's the only one of a kind. Like what, 6'7", something like that.
Yeah, 7'6", man. And the fact is that he's such a big perimeter that he's like literally in the paint, just guarding everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the Knicks did it, but they definitely did win yesterday. And I mean, you just gotta keep watching to see what's it gonna turn out to be.
Sure.
But I think Spurs got next game.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, so quick prediction. Like I said, I know Spurs are already down 1-0 against the Knicks.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that NBA Finals matchup?
Man, dude. Honestly, going into it, I know a lot of people were like, you know what, the Spurs don't really the Knicks don't really have a chance. I mean, I kind of see the Knicks putting in a fight, man.
Yeah.
They definitely do have an impressive team with Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson.
They got seasoned vets. They really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't they have that Villanova little nucleus?
Yeah.
With the Brunson and what's the other two guys called? Man, I just had them on top of my head, dude. But they're always talking about the little nucleus from Villanova, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're vets, dude. But once again, you cannot ignore the fact of Pop being there for the Spurs. But I know it's not the same Pop being in the stands as a not the head coach anymore, man. It's definitely different, dude.
Yeah.
But
Let's talk a little bit about their fans, man. Have you been seeing their fans? Bro, they've been talking reckless, dude, man. I love it. That fire, that intensity, that literally on the block of New York talking that heat, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Man, they're hyped, man. I love it.
I mean, I think to not defend the fans of the San Antonio Spurs, but I guess me putting myself in their shoes, if they've been successful for such a long time, from the late 90s with the arrival of Tim Duncan and David Robertson already being there, throughout the 2000s, and then getting Manu, getting Tony Parker later on, and then Kawhi at the end whenever the Heatles were still around, dude. I mean, dude, they've had nothing but success and constant playoff appearances that, dude, I mean, San Antonio was kind of down at the bottom for several years until Wemby came along and brought them back up, and they resurrected, dude. So,
and I want to bring up a good point too, man. Not only are we Texas fans, but we also got to show appreciation to De'Aaron Fox. He grew up. Houston, he grew up. He went to the side schools, and man, it's pretty impressive where he came out to be. I think he graduated in 2016. And dude, he just took off, man. He's having an incredible season. In the playoff runs, and I didn't get to watch the game yesterday, but I'm pretty sure he did his thing too. Big impactful guy.
And I know he was battling injuries, down the stretch and all that, but it's definitely a good sign to see, some of those guys that we root for, that are in the NBA Finals and succeeding. And I'm gonna ask you a simple question about the NBA. Is it safe to say that the Curry, KD, LeBron era has come to an end?
I think not really to an end, but that's a different setting. Like I feel like we have the veteran setting of KD, Curry, and LeBron on this side, and you got this faster pace of SGA, Jalen Brunson, just quicker game. And not only that, they're bringing back the mid-range shot. They're bringing back the three-pointing shot. It doesn't matter if you're quick. It matters how you get the ball in the rim.
I definitely will tell you they're much faster. They're definitely much better skilled players. Once again, that intensity, that Kobe Mama mentality mindset from the 2000s, that KG, trash talking in the 2000s, and the T-Wolves in the Boston era, man. The Heatles, just domination, the Golden State Warriors, 3-ball splash bros. Like, dude, like, it's crazy how so much basketball we've watched that it's just a different kind of basketball. And dude, I'm still in awe that I feel like this is the come out party for Wemby, dude. And I think the Wemby era has officially began.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, man, he's a kid from France coming from nothing, man, and really just showing his intensity, man, and showing his game and who he is, man. He definitely is a big leader in the Spurs locker room for sure.
And keep in mind, he does have success under pressure, in the World Games too. Remember when he played USA in the final? Wemby was already a name to be known for Team France. And do you think Wemby playing for the national team in France and playing overseas has helped his development and made it? I don't want to say that it's easy to play in the NBA, but it has made it easier transition for him to compete at the highest level at the NBA in the American sport.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, any experience you get, man, definitely helps you throughout your career. And I feel like he's using it. It's hard to be that tall and to be that lanky how he is and long. And being able to control his body the way he does, man, he's doing an incredible job, man. Staying healthy, that's just one big key.
It's huge. And I also mention it too because he's not the first one, coming from Europe. Like, look at Luka. He played in Spain for a few years. From 16 years old, he played against grown men at 16 years old. Giannis, he's from Greece. He started developing through European basketball as well. And look at these guys, being successful in the NBA. And I mean, they've had longevity in the NBA to be, sustain their careers and to play at the elite level for sure. Yeah,
props to France, man. I think right now France is really a powerhouse in any sport. I mean, soccer, they're gonna be one of the favorites.
They are the favorites.
Yeah, they are the favorites. And then Wemby right now, man, he's doing his thing in the NBA. So props to France,
for sure, man. So absolutely. So, going into that, point of topic when it comes to development of these players in the sports, dude, what is something in this age or this generation for these kids playing sports that you would take from these European, players, or from the old school type of, development in sports that you could, give advice to these kids coming up through the systems of basketball, football, soccer, baseball? What is it that these kids need to, do to help them get to the next level?
Well, I think honestly, find somebody that you look up to as far as either NBA or MLB player or somebody like a role model, and definitely just look after their craftsmanship and what do you like about them, and try to be as good as possible like them, and just ask for a mentor as well. But 100% for sure, you have to have a right mindset and just know where to start, how to progress, and keep progressing little by little. I think that's a big thing as far as there's so many distractions with the phone and stuff like that that you can get easily distracted. But if you stay grounded and definitely just, like I said, find a mentor, try to progress, watch YouTube, watch TikTok. There's so many distractions. There's so many stuff that can help you progress as far as videos and stuff. Just definitely use everything as your advantage just to become a better ball player or basketball player or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. I think when it comes to development there, dude, I think we could take a lot of, good advice from the 90s, 2000s era when it comes to the mentality, the mindset. It was more aggression, the mama mentality, getting to work. And also, like these European players come from, these out-of-state players, not just to basketball. We see a lot of Latin baseball players come through these, countries that are, progressing, and they have it rough over there, dude. I think these kids, dude, and even the parents, and I think it does start with the parents, they have to understand that it's a process. And we talk about it all the time. This podcast, we talk about the Hispanics, the sports and all that, dude. But I think a perfect example is Wemby, his success. He went through the rough. He went through the process of getting to the NBA. And these kids, dude, need to just play the game, enjoy it, and love it. Love the process, dude. And I think parents, too, they want to get these kids to high school and college so fast, dude. You look at the kid, they're 8, 9 years old. How about, making sure your kid wants to play ball? Making sure your kid wants to play the game first.
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on all these highlight reels and focusing on all these, scouts and all this money, this NIL stuff that we haven't even talked about, dude. How about just teaching the game, the game to the kid and having them enjoy it, dude? And especially at such a young age, I've seen so many kids with a lot of talent, bro. Yeah. They burn out so fast, and they just start hating the game because of the constant pressure of these kids, dude. These parents putting on these kids, dude. It's very difficult for a kid to be successful if the joy and excitement of the game is taken away because of these parents' expectations.
That's true, man. You definitely don't want to burn out a kid, especially I've been there, I've done that. You just get this constant pressure, bro, of just trying to be something you're not, and eventually everybody gets in your head like you're a little kid, and you're like, the world is so big, but yet it's destroying me little by little, and you're like that just goes in the development of a kid, and in everything in the future, just it's gonna be harder for them to eventually succeed.
Yeah, and I've always tried to do better when it comes to the message to these kids that I coach, the encouragement, dude. And honestly, like I said, I've gotten to the point, dude. I've learned a lot too. That I'm not going to. I have high expectations for the kids that I coach, but I understand that it's a process. Yeah. And at the end of the day, whenever I see a kid really make the best effort, really try his best, and really love this game, I could tell whether he's really trying and he's putting his best effort, right? Yeah. And it's just crazy that, some of, the parents, whenever a kid strikes out or a kid makes a mistake, the first thing they want to do is rip their head off and, yell even harder, like, swing the bat or feel the ball, catch the ball. And in my head, I'm like, they're trying to hit the ball. They're trying to swing the bat. And, for me, I do hold accountable when it comes to the bad attitudes, the bad effort, the bad energy. When it comes to the game itself for baseball,
Yeah.
If they make a mistake, hey man, nice try, get the next one. Keep your head up, turn the page. Hey man, hey, fix this, get the next one, turn the page. You know, keep your head up, keep your head up.
Yeah.
Positive encouragement. But once again, when I hear, you know, mommy and daddy on the sideline yelling at little Jimmy to, you know, tip of their lungs and literally just killing the kid for a simple mistake, man. It sucks, you know, seeing the kid, you know, just start hating the game, you know, because, you know, it's kids' game, dude. So yeah.
And that's the thing, man. I mean, if I were to go back in time and, you know, tell myself, okay, you stick with a sport or you know, play NBA or play MLB, you know, as a kid, I would tell myself it's gonna take time. It doesn't come overnight, and practice is like the best thing that you can really adapt to, because it's not just about picking up a bat and becoming a superstar. It's about how many times, how many hours, how many are you willing to put in?
Absolutely.
How much time, how much, you know, shooting a shot or anything like that, man. It's going to take time. It's going to take sleep. It's going to take everything, sacrifice pretty much. So that's exactly what I would to tell a young kid.
Yeah. And you know, not to, you know, get so far off topic, we'll have maybe another conversation when it comes to the select word of, you know, baseball or basketball, AAU, all that. We'll have to talk about another time, but one thing I will say and you know, in transition to the next topic is nowadays everybody wants to win and succeed and play and win championships without practice, without development, without growing through the process. And instead of practicing twice a week and playing 5-6 games a week, it should be the other way around. Training 4 or 5 times a week and playing once or twice. Growing up for us, dude, we would practice 5 times, 6 times a week for that one tournament.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everybody wants to play 5-6 tournaments and practice once or twice.
It's like Canelo said, man. You're not gonna be in your training camp even when you don't have a fight. Like, you have to be there when you don't have a fight. You have to prepare. You have to swing the freaking your boxing gloves even when your coach doesn't have a fight. You have to be prepared. Yeah. And that's the thing, you know. You have to love it. You have to really embrace it, and that's the beauty thing, you know.
And it goes like, I'm glad you brought up Canelo and boxing, dude.
Oh.
Dude, they're in training camp for what, like 2.5, 3 months, right? For what, 3-minute rounds, 12 rounds?
Oh, that's crazy.
You're talking about a fight that's less than an hour, pretty much, and you're 3 months training for a 45-minute fight.
Bro, there's times
the intensity, dude, that's what I'm talking about.
You're losing pounds of sweat. That's crazy.
You're training for months for 45 minutes, or, you know, less than an hour fight, dude.
Or just a knockout to happen.
Exactly,
like
dude.
You could get knocked out, bro.
So yeah, I think to end that part about what the development of the kids is: train, practice hard, love it, enjoy it, embrace it, and the success will come.
Absolutely. Yes, I think what he just said, man. Just take it at heart, man, and go and run with it, man, and enjoy the process, enjoy the beautiness of the sport.
Yes.
And eventually everything will come your way, man.
For sure.
Don't give up, though.
Yes, sir. So yeah, let's finish off this pod off. You know, announce our giveaway once again, and we're being consistent. Yeah. We're doing a great job about it. You know, we mentioned a couple weeks ago the 4th of July giveaway. Yeah. 2 gift cards, 2 $50 gift cards. Dick's Sporting Good and Academy Sports and Outlord. What are the 3 requirements?
Like, follow, share, like the podcast, comment 3 people down below, and follow our TikTok and our Instagram. And also, like we said, we want to bring some more people to interview. If y'all can send us some requests or anything like that, it doesn't have to be in English. It can also be in Spanish. We're opening the podcast both languages. Yeah, we will be having a Spanish pod eventually later in the summer. Yeah. For sure, man. A ver cómo nos sale, pero. Like always, like, share, follow. Thank y'all so much. Peace. Thank you all, guys. We'll see y'all next week. Deuce, we out. Yep. Bro, I think it was a good one. That was pretty good, dude. I liked it. What you think? Listen. What you think, X? Don't lie. Tell us the truth. Nah, say the truth. Nah,